Games. Board games, board games. I might be talking about board games, but I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing, and I don't have any idea for a topic today, so I'm just going to go on BGA, and I guess I'm going to play few different games, and I'm going to say what I think of them. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, 10 a.m. is UK time for Busy Beats and Board Game Blether. And the truth is that today I am, again, really not feeling well, and that's why I'm still in Glasgow when my plan was to be in London for a LARP festival. My good friend Lolvi has said that they will um, run my LARP, Dungeons and Therapy, in my place. It's the first time that someone's run my LARP for me. I'll be very interested to hear how it goes. And yeah, I can already tell that this is going to be another terrible day. I'm going to, yeah, don't know if I'm going to get out. But I wanted to stream. I didn't have a topic. And so I thought I'll run through my board game arena games and talk through my moves. So brilliant thing, what's a little thing which is brilliant? Brilliant thing is people doing things instead of you. Yeah, like, or offering to do things that you thought you absolutely had to do. I mean, whilst I would rather be there doing my LARP, the fact that LOLV is doing it for me is a lovely thing. As always, comment, ask questions, from like, follow, all that stuff, and I will get to boop, boop, boop. So I've played a lot of games recently. So Kulami, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Vektorace, like, interestingly, I had an idea for a similar thing using cards ages ago, and maybe with cards, like, the idea that I had would still be fine, but with Vektorace, it feels like the breaks, the choosing how you apply the brakes and the boosts when you speed up, and whether you go fast in and try to have a fast out, or whether you slow down at one point, or whether you slam the brakes on at one side, it gives it a lot of, it makes it non-obvious. I mean, to the point where I've played, I think, 4 games and I've lost all of them. Tucano, I like it. It seems like a perfectly reasonable game. It's not setting my world alight, but I'm enjoying it. And go nuts for donuts. There's this fascinating puzzle, but I think I'm kind of at the end of it, to be honest. And yeah, I actually do want to mention that I'm apparently 33rd out of everyone, which feels like quite an achievement. I mean, because there's, I mean, sure, it's like there's all these other people who are playing. There's at least 170 active players. So to be 33rd, I feel like, oh. But then it is also a case of having played at least 5 games until you climb up the ranks. But yeah, that felt pretty cool. Anyway, let's crack on with some games. And I'll talk through Photosynthesis. Now, Photosynthesis is a game that I know fairly well. I'm trying to climb up the ranks of that also. And you can... Oh, wait, I need to... And I've played a good amount, but I'm still at the bottom of the Bronze League, so I really need to build myself back up, because I lost 2 games out of... Yeah. So each time when I'm about to take my turn, there's 2 questions. Firstly, who's about to play after me? in 3 players. So I am the first player here, and then blue and green both get a turn. And which direction is the sun going to go? So I'm thinking the sun's going to go up left. So ideally, I want to make sure that all my things are able to get some sun. I don't have any resources right now. I could definitely grow this one for 7 points. That would seem reasonable. This one over here has got no trouble. That's great. Out in the sunshine, same as here and here. This one, oh, that could be grown. That would be 4, 5, 6 points. So I can't do both of them. So this isn't that difficult a decision. Green has 3 points. Green is unable to make this into a taller tree. And so if I do this, then that gives me essentially 3 extra light points next turn. It's all about building up my light economy. So the tree here but currently it will be in shade next turn, and that'll go from 0 up to 3. This would be in shade next turn, go from 0 up to 2, but it would leave me with a few light, but the difference would be made up. Then I think about the following turn. So after it's gone that way, and is there a reason why I would want to do one over the other? Is there a reason why I'd want to save some light? Well, it'll be fine here and here. I can't get this to receive any light unless I... No, that's probably dead in the water. Unless I guess, because this is the final round. No, there's still a bit left. So I've still got time. So maybe when it's coming this way, directly from the right in 3 turns, this will be able to grow up. But yeah, I think it's a fairly obvious move. I don't need to overthink it. Boom, there I go. I'm confident in that. I'm ending my turn. And now, photosynthesis again. So as I said, I've got a few games on the go because I want to try and climb up the ranks. So here we've got round 1 of 3. So again, I should be trying to set up my light engine. I think I might have made a tiny mistake earlier because, well, I did still get 5 lights as opposed to everyone else getting 4, so I'm doing not too bad. So building up this one is a no-brainer, but before I build it up, the key thing to remember is if I grab one more seed, this will go onto my light table and I'll be able to buy cheaper seeds in the future. Whereas if I hadn't bought that seed, then that would get thrown away out of the game. And then my seeds would, then there'd be the long-term disadvantage of having seeds cost a little bit more. So I'm thinking about the center. I mean, the center, as you can see from the points tokens, does give you 3 more points. It's almost double what it is on the outside, but generally, the game's still going to be won by someone who manages to chop down one more tree at the end. It's more about the number that you chop down rather than exactly where they are. Okay, so this is a tricky decision. I'm going to make some more seeds, but where are they going to go? So it's going to go downwards here. So I could go here, like on the side, but then after that, next turn, it would be in shade. And then it would be fine. And then it might be fine. And so, yeah, on the outside, it's... Let's consider this. This is rubbish, good, slightly worse than here, good. Okay, but it does give me extra points. Or maybe I go... Who's been first? So I'm the last player to play at this point. So I could go here, and then I will play before blue, and then I'll get light, I'll get light, I'll get light, I'll get light. Oh, actually, placing here seems like a very good idea. That seems very nice. I think I will do one more seed just to get my economy started. And I'm thinking here or here. So down here, either way, I'll get light there. No. Yeah, because I'm saying no because I just realized that, well, it would be blocked when the light's going down left, but that's the same as up here. So right, it's perfect. Up, it's perfect. I mean, that seems like, and even more, I could, no, I can't go here because, or actually, there, just next turn, I'd lose the seedling, but for the following few turns, it would be equally good, depending on what happens with this green seed, and I get a few more points. So I'm tempted to go inwards slightly, and also that gives me inwards, tighter, or outwards, and gain more distance. One of these is definitely better, but I don't have the brain power to work it out, and I'm just ending my turn there. And everyone got 5 seeds except for green. I mean 5 light. I just adore photosynthesis, and I've said before that the one slightly sad thing is that in round 3, it's basically all about chopping down your trees. So here we are, turn 3 of 6. There's 4 turns remaining, including this one, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so ideally I would like to build this up to 2, 3, and then chop it down. But that's not going to happen. I mean, actually it might in the final few turns. Yeah, in turn 4, 5, 6, it might go 2, 3, then chop it down. But what I need to do right now is, because is ideally try and work out what is going to give me less light next turn and grow it up. Now, hello, Stream Elements reminds me to stretch. Thanks, Stream Elements. I appreciate that. Just going to do a minor neck stretch. Just okay. So next turn, if I left it as is, and it was going up and to the right, who's left to play? Green and blue are still to play. So this could grow. That could easily grow. I would assume it will grow and put me in shadow, but that doesn't make any difference. Green could go this one, so potentially that might be in shadow, but I would be getting, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd be getting 6 light. I mean, part of me wants to just leave it because, and then the following, I mean, if I were to, let's say, chop this down and put this here, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, actually I am going to chop this down just because otherwise green's probably going to grow up to block me. I'm going to take the tree back and plonk it there. So it costs 12 light, you chop down the tree, you buy it back, and then you grow another tree into your third thing. It's got this kind of limit on the resource management is as big a part of the game as the shading, but I do think that the shading is the far more fun thing, and I mean, I don't know if Almar Hack would be open to co-design or something, I don't know. Might have to reach out. So I do love this game, and I just think, but yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't see any need for growing a seed at this point, because if you grow a seed, you're not going to get enough light to, yeah, save it back. And out of curiosity, oh, I'm doing fairly well, 43 to 27. So fingers crossed I win this one. Yeah, this is a 4-player game. So this is not an arena game. This is with 3 of my friends. And I've noticed that yellow and green down here, they have really blocked each other. That's not going to work out well for them. Myself, orange and blue, we are competing. And I think I need to make sure that blue doesn't run away with the game. I mean, it's going to be one of us, I feel, but I want to make sure it's me. So, 6 light points. This is still the first round. This is where I should be building up my engine, because any trees that I grow are going to give me light for the entire rest of the game. So now is a great time to get some seedlings and grow the seedlings. I could pop there and there, I don't know. Oh, I could pop in there. That might be slightly more competitive. And then I think I will go before blue next turn, so I could go there and then put blue into shade. That would be quite nice. And yeah, so one of these 2 spaces, this one I'll put that one into shade. This one I'll put that one into shade, and when it's going down, either way is the same. Going left, actually, this one's slightly better, and going up, hopefully by that time I might have grown it into a taller tree, but we'll see. I'll go here, which does give me fewer points because it's less close to the center, but I think I'm going to make it up. Let's grab, yeah, 2 more seeds, and I'm going to spread 2 more seeds. So yeah, either way, this one's going to be the only one that's blocked next turn. I can't get it out of the shade, so that happens. This seems like a good spot down here, so that's in light, that's in light, that's in light, and yeah, I'm going to go there. And finally, yeah, I don't think either these trees can only go here, and I'm not sure it's actually necessarily worth going, unless I want to do that just to be a jerk to blue. Do I want to be a jerk to blue? Maybe I do. I at least want to threaten it, and that's why I'm going there. And now it'll be yellow, green, orange, and blue, and especially with the hard shadow, it's all about the turn order, it's all about the positioning. And now on my turn, I'm going to have 6 light, so you can see people got 4, 5, 2, 3. I got the most. That's always a good sign. I mean, it's hard to tell exactly who's winning in photosynthesis, but yeah, I feel pretty with 6 light. I think I'm probably going to end up buying those 2 and growing 2 of the trees, and next turn it will probably be this one here. This one here will block them, and yeah, that hurts me as much as it hurts blue. I'm going to do the thing that actually helps me. So I'll probably do those 2 and be aware that I kind of spent 2 light on a potentially empty threat. That might have not been ideal. Go Goa. This is a game that I think this might, yeah, this is actually an arena game as well. I managed to get to 100 ELO. My objective is firstly to try and win all the, well, to try and play all the games. So I've got 23 left to go. And then I want to try and get everything to 100 yellow, because that kind of suggests that I've learned it. And then maybe play against some people in the arena, try and understand the game. This is definitely a fine game. It's a nice balance of, how can I, flexibility and slight restraint. Does this work? 1, 2, 3. Because the interesting thing about here is the deviation. So whilst the direction and then the distance you travel is familiar to anyone who's played Voyages, and it's really cool. You use 1 pip to go, okay, which direction do you go? The other dice to say how far do you go? But then the third die, what happens here is if it's a 1, 2, 3, you can change direction once. If it's a 4, 5, 6, you can change direction twice. And you can change direction as much as you want, not just by 60 degrees, as in one corner of the hexagon, but you could literally go back on yourself. So if I wanted, I could have gone 2 up and then 2 back down. And when things are clustered together, that means that you're able to go around, and every single turn you'll be able to get something. Whereas going out here, you do get slightly more points for the things, but then, and everyone seems to have gone for the 40s as opposed to the 30s or the 20s, because maybe there's too big a difference. But yeah, it feels, it's very light. There's a good amount of, oh, I've got to do this, but each turn it's a little puzzle of, oh, how can I do this? Surely there's a way to still manage to get to somewhere good. And I've managed to complete my tracks, which feels satisfying. I've managed to complete, if I had, I've managed to go to the Sagar Falls, which gives me 20 extra points. If I'd managed to go to a castle, then that would be 30 points, but a turn ago I realized, yep, there's no way I'm going to be able to get to a castle in the remaining time, so I'm going to try and get to the Last Falls, because there's both a set collection, so you get 30 if you've got 1 of each, and another 30 if you've got 2 of each. And then, and then finally, if you've got 3 of one kind, you get 10 bonus. And if you've got all 6 of one kind, you've got 30 bonus. I'm really hoping to get to Harvalum. But it's all about the dice. And yeah, dice games are not generally my thing. This is another one this is one that I'm trying to learn. So we've got a lot of wounds. Repair. That seems like a lot of wounds. So I'm going to remove 5 wounds. My other options are gain experience or gain experience. I think because my wounds are so high, I need to do that. And yeah, the blue person is really, So this is a cooperative game about rolling dice. Each character chooses one of the actions, and then you try and defeat these monsters. I'm still wrapping my head around it. Silo. This is the super simple game that I absolutely love the ramifications of. And I'm thinking that I'm going to get this little orange along the way. And Black needs to get all of their things over to here, so I'm definitely winning. Because you need to get all your things into one single continuous stack. So I've only got 3 things to move here. they've got 3 things to move there to the end. As you can see, I stopped myself from going any further. Like, as soon as you go to the very last spot, then you've got to move everything one more space, which can mess up with you. Rage. I said I was going to win a bunch of tricks. Let's see if I can. I don't know. Flaming pyramids. I want to make it difficult for my opponent. I guess I'm going to play... Oh, yes, I will play a 4, because... Wait a minute. Why was that... Wait. What happened there? I thought that was... Oh, that was coal. I thought that was straw. Darn. Gosh darn it. I did not realise that was coal. Oh. Well. Yeah, I find that, yeah, sad times. The fire tokens sometimes confuse me. Okay, I think I've definitely lost this game. So I can either move this onto here, or I can move this into one of these. Oh, no, wait. If I do that, then that's 5 and that's 4, and they cannot play. Hooray! That was 3 victories, and I'm 100 ELO. And I'll do a quick thanks for the game. It's a game that, it kind of reminds me of Quarto, but it's slightly simpler. It feels slightly more elegant to me. It's again about 2 people taking control of one board game situation, and it's about who is able to, well, in Quartzo it's about who's able to make a line. Here it's about who's able to make the last move. Making a line feels less, this just feels more elegant because you're combining tokens as long as the stack's the same height or the top symbol's the same. Those 2 things that you can do mean that there's a whole bunch of branches, and by changing it, like by doing, if I'd done it with the ones that were the same height, then the other one would have gone on top. And like, now I feel like this Quarto, it is more complicated, and maybe it's a deeper game, but it also doesn't feel rewarding enough, I guess. Because I just like, generally, for either thing, I like my own pieces. I don't know, emotionally, I just want my bits. I want to be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Here I think I'm definitely going to lose. So I combine this with one of them, or I could combine this with one of them, or I could combine... Either way, I'm just combining one of the moons with one of the moons, and then they combine that stack with the other stack and win. But I'm not going to concede. I'll let them have the final turn, give them the satisfaction. And it's, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I'm just moving there, if in case you're wondering, purely because it keeps my stack totally intact. I'm quite proud of this little move. I slipped this in so that they would have a break, and that's an interruption. So they could get all their pieces onto here, and they still wouldn't win because I've slipped a little yellow thing in. And it's, as soon as one enemy piece is between your pieces, like, that's a massive issue. There's definitely lots of emergent complexity, I feel. Squadro. another abstract game where you do just go there, come back. So that's coming along. Oh, I could potentially. Okay, let's see. What can I move? I could move this one, and then it's threatening this one. I could move this down 3, and then it would send that one back, and then this would move 3, and then take my one back. And so we've both lost one turn, essentially, but then it means that I could move this one up, which might actually be very nice. Conversely, moving this is a terrible idea. Moving this seems like a kind of bad idea. So yeah, I'm going to go down. Ploom! And if you take me, I'm going to take you back. Mwahaha. So, Tucano, I don't know what's the ideal way to go. Tucano. So, give a present. Coconuts, not great. That's basically negative 2 points because we've got at least one already. So that's basically giving them, that's kind of a swing, or it's giving them negative 2 points and giving me plus 2 points. So, yeah. Or actually, this would be far better. That's a swing of 8 because its limes are all really bad. So yeah, maybe I want to get rid of my limes. Give them the terrible presents. Alternatively, maybe I want to steal. Because Kai berries are generally okay. And nope, I'm happy with that. Papaya. You know what? I think I need to get rid of the lime. And unless, is this so? No, I don't want to flip that. I just want to get rid of the lime. There we go. And now I've got -2 instead of -8. And they've joined the negative club with the lime. Because apparently no one likes lime. This game, I mean, I wonder. I assume that it's just the designer's own fruit preferences. Okay, so this is all about area control. I've talked about this one yesterday, and it's about what does the other person have the option to do. I definitely want to go on to a 6 because that's giving me possible control over more stuff. And if I go here, then they can go here, and then I guess I could go here and try and take that over, or... But if I go here and then they go... Well, they would go up there to limit me a bit more, and then I'd only get a 3-point swing. Yeah. Whereas that's 4 points. Oh no, they wouldn't let... They would go up there. So I'm just thinking like 2 moves ahead. And I think this might be slightly better, but I'm not sure. Ah yeah, spots. This is an interesting one. It's all about filling up spots. And the key thing is you can't have too many dice that you don't use. So I can use the free 1, 3, 5, 6. So 2 and 4 I cannot use. So you can run, which the problem with running is that you might go bust. You can walk, which is slightly worse, well, but you are less likely to go bust. Taking treats allows you to do extra stuff. Oh, the buried dice, that's if you've got too many. I think I actually need to make this screen a little bit bigger. Here we go. If you've got 7 spots, greater than 7, then you go bust. And there's 3 spots there. Or I could add more dogs. And if I add more dogs, then I've got more chance to not go bust with the stuff that I roll. But currently, remember, I've only got 2 and 4, so I think I'm going to roll 3 dice. I'm going to go for the big thing, and 5, boom, 1, boom, and that has to be buried. So if I roll a 2 or a 4, no, if I roll a 2, I'm okay. If I roll a 4, I am bust. So, a 5 also. 3, 6, I get to place. 2 is fine. It's fine. So there's 1/3 chance of going bust. I've only got 2 things. I'm going to roll 1. Yes, I will use one of my bones to reroll. Yeah, fine, I will bury that. And I guess that also makes... Yeah. End my turn there. I don't want to lose my 2 things. There is a strategy of just howling and drawing more and more dog cards and then begging, but yeah, it's like a simple little game. It's quite light, it's super cute, and yeah, there's definitely something to it. Wizard. I need to win one more trick. Can I do it? I've no idea. Does Omurizaga have something higher than an 8? Flux. Completely random. I'm trying to get it. Yep, At a certain point with Flux, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. Sure, there's obvious turns where it's like, hey, I've got the goal and the other thing, but for the most part, I think. Okay. Paris Connection. I love this game. I think that it's really fascinating, the decisions between controlling the market and controlling what you have in the market. And because you can only, well, if you have more than 20 things, you start giving penalty points. In theory, you could have more than 20 things, but it's probably not a bad idea. Not a good idea, I should say. Trying to actually remember what the thing is. Yeah, so you subtract 20 victory points for each locomotive above this limit. So yeah, it's very, very unlikely that, Red's done fairly well and it's still only worth 10. So let's assume that you're going to stick at 20, and when you trade, you can either trade 1 for 1, which is what you need to do when you're at the limit, or if there's only 1 left of a particular color, because you can only get, or you can trade 1 for 2, and if you're trading 1 for 2, those 2 need to be of the same color, so there needs to be 2 left, and you need to have enough left. So that allows you to change what's in your stock a lot faster. I am gonna just build some track, and I wonder what will happen if brown is completely boxed in. So I'm just going to be an agent of chaos. Yep, that's honestly what I am doing. and which means that potentially whoever has brown is going to be hurt. And some people might be forced to take brown. But yeah, this is something that I'm still exploring and seeing what happens. Oh, is this another game of spots? Oh, this is a totally different game of spots. You know what? So I've got 1, 3, 4, 6. So 5, and there's nothing in. Oh, wow, there's already a 6. You know what? I might just howl. I'm going to grab a thing, and then the 5. Well, thankfully, my new dog had a 5 on it. So hooray. And yeah, when I'm trying to properly learn a game, I set up like 3 games in one go, just so that I can get a good sense of it. So 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, it's going to go here. So I'm feeling quite confident because the higher things which are likely to make me go bust there. So let's get rid of this dog. Let's complete Bitsy. 2 has to go away, and that's 3. So I cannot go bust. So I'm definitely rolling again. So because yeah, I could have rolled a 4, 5, 6, which I would place, or a 1, 2, 3, which is fine. And that goes here. I could roll again. And then 4, 5, 6 would place. A 1 would be fine, and a 2 or 3 would bust. So how much do I care about these 2 dice? Do I want to stop and bank those things? Or do I want to push my luck? That's the question. I want to push my luck, knowing that, yeah, 2 or 3, don't do 2. Yes, don't do 2 or 3. Brilliant. And I'm going to stop there. And yeah. Maybe I'll howl and I'll add some dog cards next. You have to basically skip a turn to bank all your dogs that you've completed. Presidents. Yeah, I can't play anything. It kind of. I get why it doesn't skip me, because if it did skip me, then everyone would know, okay, Bez does not have the cards to play. But like, I can't play either of these cards. Like, it knows that I can't play, that I don't have a card stronger than an 8. So why doesn't it just have that one thing? Okay, Shifting Stones, a very lightweight game, very luck based, and it's about working out what's the best you can do on any given turn. So 4, 5. I mean, for the card, which is a 5, I could complete that by going green here, orange here, bring down the blue. And that would be 1, 2, 3 moves. Each move, you can either swap 2 cards, or you can swap 2 tiles or flip 1 tile, and you can see what's on the back of each from this tile guide. So I could get 5 points this turn. Is that the best thing to do? Almost certainly. I mean, there are situations where it wouldn't be, but I'll just go ahead and do the thing, bring that down, and you can see that I have now completed this pattern, and I score it for 5 points. And hooray, I'm on 17 versus 12. And once we complete one more, that's the end of the game. So I'm feeling good about this one. This is another game. I think I'm playing this in arena mode. So, okay, this is not so obvious. So let's see. I would have to flip both the white into the green and the blue into a thing. That would be 2 moves. Then 3, I would have to bring this up, swap them. And then 4, I would have to bring the blue down. So that would be 4 moves. And if I use 4 moves this turn, then I don't actually get left with the card. I could do 3 of the moves this turn and 1 of the moves next turn and then this one, but then that's using 2 of my cards next turn. I hope I can score something right now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what's the easiest way to get this one? 1 there, and then swap that to green. And then, yep, that would be that. And then I guess I could swap them around and then have a 1 point next turn. That also seems really bad. I'm here, okay. Let's see. Why, I can't see a good way to do this. I think that this might actually be my best bet. I'm disappointed with this situation, but hey ho. Yeah, let's do that. And let's do that. And the problem here is my opponents will probably, if they're really good, they will know what I'm up to. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So, yes, Redstone. I do adore this game. I think it's really fascinating. I think that, can I, going to play here just to give myself 2 eyes, to make it more difficult for them to go into my area, because yeah, you only really win when you start having to play into your own areas. And yeah, I'm not quite sure of the end game situation, and the fact that it is meaningfully different is fascinating to me. Okay, legendary inventors. I mean, just playing the one game, I'm starting to kind of enjoy the tension between different stuff. Oh, this would give me a definite. I mean, I get a definite majority. It's interesting because having a definite majority doesn't always feel like necessarily better, because it's not giving you more points or getting you strictly better stuff. You've got to still make the analysis of what is the better thing. Do you know what I mean? And that's an interesting bit to ponder. Could I get a... And if I got one of these people up, Archimedes going up with a 2 seems really good. I feel like now that I've captured 2 of them, I should go a bit deeper into doing that. I mean, Hypatia, this needs a 2, 2, and a 1. And I'm just thinking, maybe I should try an inventor improvement strategy. I mean, right now, improving Pocrates to 4 gives me absolutely nothing. Vektorace is actually a bit rubbish currently. But this one looks like it's probably going to be completed. So do I go here? I mean, I'm just struggling with the decisions here. I honestly don't know. And that's the truth. Oh, I need to play all my cards. I get on with it. I may discard everything and draw free. Today is a special day. Today is the clocks go back. It's the daylight savings time. It's the start of spring, theoretically. Okay, so let's go with, I guess, give myself some bread. Why not? Sun and Dreams is a terrible thing to play. So let's play the Sun and... Oh! Didn't I win? It's Daylight Savings Day. Good game. Well, I guess I won. Yeah, Flux. Feels a bit hollow, kind of. Oh. So, back to photosynthesis. Red, which is obviously the best colour, against green and blue. So again, thinking about what will happen next turn, and this is round 3. So this is when I really should be cashing in everything. So this isn't a difficult decision, because here I am going to be blocking my future stuff. So clearly I want to get rid of this one, because by getting rid of that one, I've also opened up 3 here. Now, potentially I want to grow this one, but I can't because of my lack of medium trees here. So I'm going to grow this one because one, two. No, either way, this is in shadow, so it doesn't make a difference. That seems like the best move. And 4. Well, I could buy this one, but let's not. There's no advantage to buying it now as opposed to next turn, unless I was to generate more than 16 light. I'm only going to generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12, 13 if they let me. Oh no, it is going to be 13. So yeah, did I calculate that correctly? 13, 7, and 5. Yep, I'm quite happy with that. So I've got a good amount of light. Blue has, we've all chopped down 1 tree. Blue has 2 that can be ascend, 2 3s and 3 2s. Green's probably not going to win, I don't know. 2 3s, 4s. I mean, I'm in a kind of strong position. We'll have to see what happens. Could be anyone's game. I could totally mess up. Okay, another Redstone game. In this one, I am white. And I can't play here or here because it's suicide. I'm not allowed to play in any of these places. I could think about potentially if they come out here, all of these are going to die, and that will be very sad. I feel like they've done a good job here. Would I be better? That takes that, and then I go there, and then they kill me. And maybe if I come out first, then that will, if they go here, then if I ignore it, then they will go there, and I can't kill it before they kill me. So they will go there, I'll have to go there annoyingly, and then they'll kill me. And that'll be red. That's the key thing. That's the key difference. It does change the mind a lot, because now that that's red, that's going to be a death zone. So yeah, okay. Have I already lost this? Is there any way for me to win? I don't think there is. As soon as they play this move, they've won. They've won 3 games in a row. If I go there, they win. If I go there, they win. If I go there, they win. Yeah. Well, good game, I guess. Congratulations to them. It's my turn to... So, we are playing spades, 470 to 302. And for those unfamiliar with the bags, single digits are really bad. We're aiming for 500 points. And I think that I can win 2 tricks, at least. And I'm not going to bid too much more, because we only need to win 3 tricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 13 cards each. So as long as we bid 3, if we bid 4 and we get all 13, then we win. If we bid 3 and we don't, unless we win all 13 tricks, we win. So we're basically winning this round, let's be honest. Yes, this is the 4-player game that I mentioned earlier, where I was going to be a bit mean to Blue. I'm sorry, Blue. Am I sorry? Yeah, maybe I'm not. Okay, so what am I doing? I am going to go here to get Tinder Light. Let's go here and get Tinder Light, just like I said a few minutes ago. Lovely and lovely. And that is going to... Yeah. I think next turn I'm going to get a really nice amount of light. Next turn I'll be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Blue cannot do anything about that. And Blue's only getting 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I think I'm going to take the lead here. And I pretty much do expect to win a game of photosynthesis at this point, let's be honest. Conversely, this is one I do not expect to win. I go here, I mean, if I don't know what to do, I generally go on the 6s, but the question is, which side? Does it make a difference? This one gives them slightly more options. This one gives them slightly fewer options. And because of... guess I might as well go there. And I should have said hello. Oh, I did. I was the first one to say hello. I mean, it feels kind of polite to say hello. I mean, I don't really know the etiquette what it feels like. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to negate that 6, and I guess they'll be negating my 6, and then I'll be negating their 6, and then they'll have to go out here. Yes, Vektorace. I'm going to could I zoom up and sort of go on the outside? Maybe overtake them? Could I boost? I'm going to boost with 3, and I think stick with the 5, and I'm hoping that my next... Oh, this is the first time I've been in first after the start of a match. Amazing. So I've got 2 more boosts to use. I think I want to use another boost. 3. Because if I boost 4, then I have to keep the car straight, which is obviously problematic. So going to start going down just to make sure I don't crash into this, because this is not quite 45 degrees. So I'm going to have to go boom, and then boom, and then do a brakey turn maybe, and then speed up with my boosts at the end. But they've got 5 boosts remaining, so even though they are behind me, they've got an advantage. Okay. So, what's going on here? I'm 3 points ahead, and if I make a single thing, then I win. Okay. I've got more of the ones, so let's keep that being true. And it doesn't matter which one of these I could do. I could bring the purple over or bring the green down. Let's go pink and purple because it's kind of pretty. And then I think that's the end of the game, and I win by a few points. Hooray! I've got 20 victories apparently. I wonder how many I've played. I'm actually going to have a look at 20 out of 32, so slightly better than average. This is a game I have no idea what's going on. I have no water, so I can't buy any of these or those. What does this do? Hey, where did the tooltip go? What just... Thought I'd be able to place on them. I went there and I can either produce 2 water or 2 of those things. So clearly I need the water, and I'll go with that, I guess. And back to Squadra. I think this is like the only game of Squadra I'm playing. So they didn't take the bait. They just brought the one forwards again. We've still not got anything off the board. We've each got one thing that's sort of returning. Maybe I want to move this. If I move that, and they move that, then I move that, then they can't move that, so maybe they move that. And then I move that, and then they'll jump me, and I'll be sad. So actually that's not great. So I'm one move behind, but one, them, me, and then they'll move that. Yeah, that's actually a really good protection for the one beside it. I didn't quite realize. Ah, interesting. So yeah, because it goes 3 1 2 1 3 1 3 2 3 1. So there is a little bit of asymmetry between the two colors, which is obviously interesting. I mean, now I think I want to leave this free here because that's threatening me to take it. And if they do move this, I'll move that. I'm really not sure. I'm just going to move that one there and see if they play well or not. So, hiya, legendary inventors. What's going on? I could increase the... It's a weird thing, this whole one person gets one thing, one person gets the other, but with the majority, like, it's playing at the margins. You don't know if you're actually getting a better thing or not. So... do I want to actually go all out for Hypatia? So I've already started the 3, 4, 5 and series number 3. This is the series number 3. The 5s and the 3s are kind of too similar for my liking, I must say. I am tempted to turn this into 1 because I thought the 4 would be more useful, but at least I'll do that. And like here, why not just let us play all our cards automatically if there's only one card? That does annoy me slightly. But that's all my games. It's hopefully, if you've watched this has been largely entertaining. And I'm going to say over to you what are up to. You can share button if you want to. I am going to take a pill. I'm going to remember to take my pill. And then I'm going to sleep. Yeah, I guess I'll check in on Lolvia in case they have anything. I assume they're already running my LARP. Yep, recap and wrap up before we finish up. I love photosynthesis. I feel there should be more undos, and people doing stuff for you is brilliant. And with trick-taking games, why the heck don't you just play all the last cards automatically? Check me out on Stuff by Bez. If you want to, thank you for people who join along. Share spreads the word. If you have any comments, I reply to all the comments that I can. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye, everyone. Have a lovely day. Bye, bye.